You guys are polluting the earth with your arrows.
That's the bit that's going to come in before the music. That's what I'm going to do.
Shit, turn this off.
Oh, God.
You can use it that many times, you know.
Oh, God. It's going to have them just bouncing randomly into the thing. Like. I might save it as your message tone.
Yeah, that's it. That'll be my ringtone. Or your ringtone.
Yeah, that's Michelle there.
Yeah. God. There's going to be some editing work going on there.
I can't actually wait to put that at the start.
Stop.
I'll be like, who is this bitch?
Exactly.
Editing. Stop. No, it's too funny.
You're not polluting the earth with your arrows.
No, that's going to be edited out. The other bit is, isn't that?
Yeah.
How'd you get into archery?
Unlike a lot of your other guests, I never planned to go into archery, never even thought about it. And then a few years ago, I think in 2018, Owen and our son started an archery course, and Owen really got into it. Daniel a bit as well, but not as much. And then our daughters then really wanted to do it as well. So I think it was the following year, then they did the course. And I was kind of like the only one who wasn't shooting in the family. So I was like, okay, maybe I should. Otherwise, I'm going to be on my own every Sunday or whatever. So then I did the course. And I think it was 2019 for me. But I never really shot that much until, say, about a year ago, when I started to take it a bit more seriously and all that. And then Owen started the new club, and I got involved in helping setting that up and all that. And so training more. And so I'm not much, even though I've done the archery course like years ago, I'm not that experienced as an archer, not a lot more than a lot of the people in the club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're a level 1 coach now as well.
Yeah, so with the club, when we started the club, Owen was the only coach. And then I can't remember, I think we got an email to say they were going to do a new course for level 1 archery coaches in January and February. And so just to give Owen a bit of support. So we were already helping him, you know, when we set up the club and with the course. But so it was great to have the extra coaches. Sorry, I have to say, Maya, our daughter, was there as a coach as well. But then we knew Maya was going to go in January. So we started training people from September, October. In January, Maya was going away on an Erasmus.
Yeah.
So we needed more coaches. Yeah.
And do you plan then on going up to a level 2? Or what way are you going to do it?
No, I don't think so. Not at the moment. I have my coaching certificate. I'm happy with that. I don't think I want to go that far, like in the technicalities and all that. I'm more interested in, say, supporting people and see how, by the way, like I'd be more than happy to help someone who's having a bad day. But doesn't mean that I'm going to fix their problem. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So level 2, I don't think it's for me.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're probably going to have Doug in the background going mental now, but anyway. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. So what keeps you coming back every week?
I think the people, I really enjoy the social aspect of archery. I think that's, for me, that's what appeals to me the most. I actually find, like, we have a nice group of people, I don't know, there's a laugh, it's very relaxed as well. I find there's no pressure. If you want to go and shoot half an hour and drink tea the rest of the time, it's fine. Yeah, I like it. To be honest, I was never a very sporty person, and it's the first time I'd say I joined a sports club that I'm like looking forward to attend. Otherwise, it would be kind of like, okay, I signed up for the 6 weeks course, I have to go. There's that kind of, I have to do the session. No, I like it For me personally, I like the Saturday afternoon. I'm not a big fan of like evenings when it gets dark and all that. I'm, what do you call it, a home bird?
Yes.
But that's just a personal preference. So yeah, I really love the social aspect, I find. And then that going to shoots and meeting people, it's really nice.
And you shot in Scotland at the weekend?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really nice. Very relaxed for me, not for everyone.
Yes.
So mostly because it was my first time. So I moved to Longbow 3 or 4 weeks ago.
And it's a lovely bow as well.
And thank you. And I basically finished making my arrows a week before UKFAC. And I was going to shoot carbon arrows, and I was like, you know, what the hell, let's go with them. Though. And I was a bit stressed. I only had 12 arrows. I was like, hopefully I won't lose them all. And I came back with 11 arrows, only lost one, and I broke one. So that's fine. So very happy with that. I didn't shoot very well, but it was my first time shooting longbow outdoors. So I was
But it's the whole experience, really, isn't it?
Yeah. It was like I had a very nice group, very good archers, but very supportive. Like I said to them, look, I'm a newbie at longbow, so don't be surprised at my whatever, where the arrows are going to go and all that. But they were very nice. Like I would be quite cautious when there's really long distances, because I only had 12 arrows. I was like, I don't want to be losing 12 arrows in 12 targets.
Yeah.
And so there was one of the archers from Black Castle, Laura. She was like pushing me to shoot the longer distances. And the courses were really open compared to some of the Irish courses. There was less vegetation. The tree canopy was quite high. And so you knew that, like I knew if I went left or right, like I probably would find my arrows. So that's probably why I didn't lose that many either.
But they're gorgeous arrows. Actually, you did a really good job on them.
Thank you. Yeah. First, I found a video online, and it seems to work. Like
you're turning into an Owen now. You know that.
What?
You're turning into an Owen.
An Owen. Oh.
Soon you're going to be doing string making, and you're going to be doing all that.
No, I don't want to do this. No. I think we're better off keeping to our own hobbies.
No, you did an excellent job. Like, we were all fairly jealous of them.
Yeah, it's like making it up as you go along as well, because at first, so it was my first time as well using fletching tape. So when you glue the fletches, you can use glue or you can use a tape. And it's like double-sided tape. And now I did it first. I glued the fletches with the tape, and they were coming off. So I went online. And I don't know if it was me who did it wrong or what, but then there were some people saying they were putting a tiny bit of glue at each end of the fletch. So I did that, and actually worked really well. And I was very happy that for the full weekend, I didn't have any fletching coming off. So you kind of learn, and then I'm making my own knocks. So they're self-knocked. I think that's how it's called, self-knock. I don't like to leave the plastic behind if I lose my arrows. So I cut the knock in the shaft, and so yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed doing it as well. So
they look good.
Thanks.
So do you think that you might go down the road of even at some point teaching other people how to do that?
I'd have no problem. I suppose it's still really early days for me. Like even yesterday I was shooting in the hall, and I know one of my points came off. No, I know what I did. I tapered the end of the shaft, and I tapered it too much. And they're screw-on points.
Okay.
The shaft has become too narrow for the point.
But
it's not like, I wouldn't be like a master arrow maker, obviously.
Still.
And I'd be more than happy to show people how I do it. But I'll obviously send you then the link to the YouTube video I found, because that's basically what I found.
I want a class with you. That's it.
But it's fun. I enjoyed making them, and I was so happy I didn't lose them all at UKFAC. It was a big thing. Yeah, I enjoyed. It was very relaxed. I was surprised. I wonder. So I'm not sure if I explained that to you before. So the reason why I moved from trad, I used to shoot trad with carbon arrows, to longbow, was because I felt really bad about leaving my arrows behind, because you might not realize that, but I'm not a very good shot. In the hall, it's okay because it's very small. But
I've seen you shoot out in the woods. You're really good.
Not really, but so I've been losing a lot of arrows over the years, and not many have come back, because I think I lose them it's like the really bad shots, so nobody's ever going to go looking for them there. And so I felt really bad about leaving that kind of, it's a type of litter. So I thought, okay, if I move on to wooden arrows, it won't be as bad because it's just a stick. There's the fletches are feathers and no plastic knock, so that's fine. And the point is steel, so that's gonna break down over time. But I found at the weekend, I'm thinking maybe I was more relaxed then about losing the wooden arrows, and I think I might have shot a bit better than I normally do.
Okay, that's interesting.
So, because it's something that really personally stresses me out. So
I don't even know how to phrase that question. How did you get into sustainability? Isn't a question. What drives your interest in sustainability?
I guess I've always been passionate about the environment since I'm like a teen. It's like I was the one at home where we started recycling, told my parents what to do and all that. So it was always something that was a big deal for me. And then I studied environmental sciences. And then I did a course very recently last year. What was it called? I can never say the words in the right order. It's Climate Leadership Development.
Okay.
A bit of a mouthful. And it was all online, and the course, some of it was more interesting than others, but it was pretty good. But one of the things that really stuck with me was that they said you can bring sustainability in anything you do. And it's not this, I did it as part of work, but actually I was like, we just started the archery club, and I was like, you know what? Like, it's true. Like, you don't have to just do it in work. You obviously you can do that at home. But then I was like, what about the archery club? I remember the first time we had the meeting, I was like bringing all our ceramic mugs so we wouldn't have the plastic cups and all that. And there's still like some of them there. And like, we don't use plastic cups at the hall, so we have our ceramic mugs and bring travel mugs and so on. And we do a bit, like, also, for example, for the backstops, we picked the straw ones because the other ones are foam. Now, it's a good and a bad thing, because it's a good thing because it's straw. So if you have bits of straw, it's going to break down over time. Whereas the foam one, it's going to be eventually microplastics and so on. But the arrows are very hard to pull out, and which we didn't know when we bought the backstop. It's not perfect yet. But I didn't really answer your question about how I got into it. It's just something that's I've always been interested in, and something that's like, for me, a lifestyle, really.
Yes.
So it's something that I think about a lot, and I try to apply it into a lot of parts of my life.
So with regards to archery clubs, then what kind of things do you suggest? Obviously, there's the backstops.
Yeah, but to be honest, I think we, as the club, when we get a bit more funds, we might go for foam ones, because we're limiting ourselves to low poundage. If we shoot really high poundage, the arrows, especially wooden arrows, that break. If you they go so deep. So we might have to go with both. And for an archery club, like when you set up a course, if you can have it in a manner that when people miss, the arrows are found as possible. So some courses, they might have a mat behind the targets. Some are very well cleared at the back. I'm not saying it's possible everywhere and for everyone.
Yeah.
And that's something as well that I find it's important for people to, I don't want to be preaching to people and make people feel bad as well. It has to be, I think, sustainability.
A kind of organic, excuse the use of that word, but kind of organic kind of way of introducing it and talking to people about it.
Yeah, and it has to be the better option. Like, it has to be something that people want to do, and something that they'll be like, oh yeah, that's the easy option, if that makes sense. I know right now, like, clearing a lot of the ground behind a target may not be the easy option for the organizers, but maybe then there's less looking for arrows and so on, and less. And I'm trying to think for other things for archery clubs. I mean, a lot of the clubs are already doing it. When they organize a shoot, they say bring your own mug. I noticed a lot of clubs now are having more fruits. So if we have fruits, we have less packaging as well.
Yeah.
Avoiding, like, if we provide food, avoiding like individually wrapped things, having recycling bins.
Yeah.
That's something we need, and I need to work on with our club, because we have one bin at the moment, and every time I go, I'm like, I need to get a bin. I need to bring a bin for the plastic and recyclables. It's one step at a time. It's really a lot of things that we do at home that we should bring out to our club.
Yeah.
And it could be any club. It doesn't have to be just archery. Yeah. One of the other things is traveling to the shoots. So there's an awful lot of traveling.
Yeah. So like
carpooling. We don't have any club, I think, that's near a train station. or a bus stop. Actually, the one in Ukifak, there was a bus stop like walking distance from it. I was
Really?
like, wow, that's amazing. No, nobody came on the bus as far as I know.
You'd be wrecked though, wouldn't you?
That's still with all the equipment. But I just thought it was interesting. It was in the middle of nowhere. And there was a bus shelter there.
Jesus, if they can do it, why can't we? Like,
yeah. So over time, and it's something as well that I think people may not consider because it was not an option, but then over time it may become an option. There might be a bus route somewhere. Now, if you have a big case with loads of gear, it probably won't suit, but maybe for some other archers who might have just a backpack, it might suit. It's, I suppose, keep your mind open to options as they become available.
Definitely the carpooling. If there's a good amount of us kind of going to one place, there's no reason why we can't, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
You would have to get in my car though. I do drive a bit fast.
So I would have to go in your car.
You'll have to go in my car. You will. Just you.
But if you drive fast, I prefer to go in my car.
No, my car. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it's more fun as well. And that's the thing about the sustainability. If you carpool, you're gonna have a chat. You're gonna be with your friends from the club. So there's a fun option. And I think that's how sustainability has to be presented as the better option,
rather
like
than a chore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So then, with regard to archery, like what way do you see yourself progressing with it?
So like I said, really enjoyed the longbow in Ukifak, and I definitely want to keep on practicing with that. I have a couple of arrows now. I broke an arrow yesterday in the hall as well. So I want to see, can they be fixed or not? So we'll see about that. And I'm going to make arrows. A lot of people give me advice as well over the weekend. And that was really nice as well because a few people were like, oh, I didn't know you shoot longbow. And I'm like, no, I just started. But then I got really handy tips. And that's what's nice as well about the whole archery community. People are very open to kind of share tips and all that. So I can't remember the size of my shafts, but I know they're quite big. So some people suggested to get thinner shafts. So I might try that. So I'm going to be experimenting a little bit with it. I don't see myself like going mad into competition, but you never know. I never say never, but it's never been me in terms of sports. That's something I always stayed away from.
Yeah, but that's a common theme is a lot of people been like, I wasn't sporty before, and then they find archery and they become hooked on it.
Yeah.
But how come you went from your recurve, wasn't it, was like 20 pounds or something? And then you went up.
It was 26 pounds.
But didn't you drop down for a little while?
So the longbow is the first bow that I chose for myself. So because I wasn't really into it or doing a lot of it, I only shot bows that we had. I started with a recurve. Oh God, I should know that, shouldn't I?
So, I still don't know.
The green bow, you know,
the Frankenstein, the one I call Frankenstein.
Possibly, yeah, the green handle, yeah. And I think the limbs, I'd say the limbs were probably 30 pounds.
Wow.
Really struggled with that. And see, my form wasn't great, but you can't work on your form if you're struggling with pulling the bow. Yeah. So then when our son Daniel kind of stopped shooting, Owen had just bought for him a white feather trad bow. It was 28 pounds, I think. So I dropped down to that. And again, it was a bit better, but really, I was at the end of a day of a competition, I was like really, really tired, shooting really badly. So then Owen got me 26 pounds limbs with the white feather, and that was much better. So that's what I was shooting when I met you, so like last year. Now, because my draw length is short, I wasn't pulling 26 pounds. Yeah. But still, I still would be tired. So after a long day, Owen got a Black Hunter longbow, 20 pounds early. I don't know when he got it. We had it anyway. So said, you know what, I'm going to try that in the hall just for the crack, just to see. And I was like, wow, this is so nice and it's so comfortable. It was actually really shocking because it was the first time I shot probably since like I did my beginner's course years ago, and it was comfortable. And I actually think I improved my form because all of a sudden I wasn't thinking about, I wasn't fighting with it. Exactly. So I could work on my form. And then I think I shot that one for a little bit. And then I decided to make the jump then to longbow. Like my big plan with longbow was like, it was always something I was looking at, but I always thought I'll shoot that when I'm much better at it. And then you know what?
How
Is
come
it
you
ever
jumped
going to
then?
happen? Like,
But how come you jumped from 20 pounds back up to 26 now?
so the longbow is 25 because
Oh,
that's the
25,
lowest.
sorry.
It's the lowest poundage we could find in that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. No, I can't tell you if it's in longbow or that make of longbow. So it's a white feather hugging, or I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's such a pretty, like, delicate
Yeah,
bow. It's beautiful.
And because I'm like my draw length is not very long, I definitely don't put 25 pounds.
Yeah.
So I know you were drawing it yesterday, but you're much taller than me, so your draw length is much longer. So you were probably pulling the full 25 pounds.
I was fighting with it though.
Yeah.
Every inch of that, I fought it like.
So I'm much shorter, so not as. But yeah, it was good.
But you shoot it well though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't know, it's very light as well. So like I found it like it's probably the most comfortable bow I've shot.
Really?
Yeah,
very. And you chose it yourself as well.
So yeah, it's actually my first bow that I bought for myself. So it's actually own bought.
No, you bought it.
I made him buy it.
It's yours. You bought it.
So
yeah, no, it is. It's beautiful. And I was watching you shooting because I'm doing the 3-hour bloody thing. And when I'd finished shooting, I'd watch you like a psycho for a little while. I watch everyone, but I was watching you last night, and you shot it really well.
Oh, thanks.
And your form says me, who knows nothing. It looks really good as well.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I used to have a really bad left drift.
I remember, yeah.
And very bad. Like I was aiming so far right to get it to the face. Like
I just remember how pissed off you were.
It was so frustrating. And now my line, like even at the weekend, my line was really good. Now it's a bizarre thing. My kids make fun of me because I have to lean forward.
I noticed that, yeah.
And they're like, Olivia's like, why are you shooting like this? And I'm like, look, if I stand up, I could go left. Now, one of the things Laura pointed out at the weekend, she said my arm goes left when I draw. Okay. So maybe that's what I'm doing. So I'm trying to pay attention to that. But I find if I start overthinking, then everything just turns to crap. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Am I allowed to say crap?
You can say fuck, shit, arse, whatever you want to say.
Is there an age rating on this?
I always put a little E explicit on the episodes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never noticed.
There's at least one time in every episode when I say fuck or something like that.
Okay, well, you did it.
I know, a few times. I'll let it out. No, I won't. Yeah, that's interesting that you're going off slightly to the left when you're shooting.
Yeah.
What is it with you on the left?
I don't know.
We're going to put weights on you.
There used to be a thing now with the spine when you... No, let me see. So I was shooting with the trad bow. I was shooting 700 spine carbon shafts, and they were too stiff for my poundage. Yeah. So when they're too stiff, now could be wrong. So if somebody is listening to this,
they go left. Yeah.
Don't quote me, but yeah. So we changed the points to make the arrows less stiff, and that actually improved. So we didn't change the spine, we put heavier points on the shaft. So that improved it. But I suppose like that, going back to sustainability, Owen would have no problem saying we'd order more of this or that. And I was like, no, I just don't want to order stuff all the time and buying stuff. And then if it doesn't suit, then what happens to it? It sits on the shelf. Eventually somebody's going to throw it out like in 30 years time when I stop shooting or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I prefer if you can fix something than changing and buying stuff all the time.
Yeah.
But that's something with, I suppose, any sport, you have to invest.
But no, it's a good point though, because we are such a, what's the word? Oh God.
Consumers.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, and every sport, you're going to have to buy equipment, and that's fine. But like for me, and again, I don't want to tell other people what to do, but for me, it's important to try and use what I have.
Like a lot of things, people do it because of the budget.
Yeah,
and that's the problem.
And that's why I think that people need to do what they can.
Yeah,
and that's
just small things. You're not.
And that's why it has to be. That's why it has to be the better option. The sustainability has to be the better option. It has to be the more affordable option. And I know it's not always the case at the moment, but like that, for example, reusing equipment, reusing whether it's archery or clothing or whatever, that's more affordable. So that's a better option, and it's more sustainable.
So how do you think then you're going to correct going to the right or going to the left?
I think I have it sorted now, the going left thing. So I noticed if And it's actually even last night in the hall. So one of the things when I did my my level 1 coach course, pointed out that I don't use my back muscles, and I know I don't use my back muscles. To be honest, I did not know how to use my back muscles. And my kids, two of the kids, Olivia and Daniel, they're big into the gym and all that. And I was like, it sounds stupid. I was like, I don't know, how do I do this? So they showed me an exercise with some weights, and I was like, now I know what I'm supposed to use.
Yeah.
But it sounds really, I guess it sounds stupid. And I'm thinking, what if somebody in the future who joins the club is saying the same question? Now I know how to answer it. But anyway, so now yesterday evening, I was working on that a bit. And I noticed when I was using my back muscle, I assume I improved my form as well. And my line was much better. But there's a few things I know I need to do. It's like I need to lean forward a bit. I use my string picture. So I look at the string, I look at the shaft, the point where my arrow goes. And then there's a few things, I can't really explain it, but I know it's like,
when you're doing it,
I know I need to do, if I do all of this, then my line is good. And at the weekend, like my distance weren't good at UKFAC, but my line was quite good. So I was very happy. And then it might go left sometimes, might go right sometimes, but that's fine. And actually, one of the lady was shooting in my group. She was very good, and sometimes she was missing the backstop as well. I was kind of like, even like a really good archer misses the backstop, so that's fine.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that was nice. It was reassuring.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's when the experts do something, you're like, oh, okay, I'm all right then.
Yeah, exactly.
Never gonna be perfect.
No. And I think maybe with longbow, though I was looking at the scores were published today, and I was like, wow, some of the scores, I'm obviously bottom of the pile.
But if you just took it up, then.
But some of the scores are like really impressive, because you'd hear people saying, "Oh, longbow, it's less accurate," and so on, and then you see some people like, okay, they clearly are very good at it. But fair play to them.
You just took it. You just started on it.
Oh yeah, and but I'm okay with that. Like I don't think I would enjoy it if I start to chase the scores, and I'd get much more frustrated with myself. So I don't want to keep on enjoying it.
And why do people say that longbow is less accurate?
First, you're shooting wooden shafts. So I bought shafts. I didn't do any work on them. Some people do work. They measure the spine. They get the right length. They might sand it if the spine isn't, so they know they might decide of different types of weight of points. So there's a huge amount of work involved in the arrows themselves.
Yeah.
So if you shoot like me, you just buy the shaft, you stick on your feathers, your point. It's going to be less, like the arrow itself is less designed than a carbon shaft that you know the spine of, and they're all the same. Like they might have different wooden arrows, it might be slightly different.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. Then the shelf on the longbow it's a shelf. You don't have a rest, like say on recurve bows and so on. But at the same time, like I said, some people are doing amazing scores. So maybe.
I really like shooting yours. I was like, oh, I like that.
Yeah, look, when you start like your bow collection, maybe in the next one.
No, because I was saying to Owen last night, I was like, would it be wrong to buy a really nice €1,500 Hoyt riser? And he was just like, yeah, but no.
€1,500?
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's so pretty. And then I was like, no, you lunatic. But then I was like, but it's beautiful.
Give it time.
I know. It's awful, isn't it? But then if I do that, it's for it's to go up to the £22, basically.
Yeah.
But then I know I'm going to be looking at longbows now tonight and going, oh, that's a
that's it.
Yeah.
I was looking at historical. That's what I wanted to do initially. But then the bows are much more expensive, as far as I know. And then I was kind of like, okay, I need to know first, can I shoot longbow before I spend a lot of money? And I really like the one I have now, and it suits me, and I don't see the need of changing. But I like the idea of historical, again, about the sustainability thing, because it's a bow, it's not a new item. It's something that you might, I know you can buy new bows that are historical, but my in my mind, I wanted something that was really historical. I don't know. Can you even do that?
Maybe.
But,
and how do you, this is a random question, but Anna was saying that she wants a longbow, but fitting in the car and stuff. How do you sort that?
So when we traveled to Yukifac, we only had Olivia at the back, so we had two of the seats down. And Tion has a really big bow case as well. So it fits just about between the back seat of the passenger seat and the boot, the edge of the boot. In my car, so it depends on the car. In other cars, you can rest it against the back seats, even beside a passenger, I would say. It rests up, and then some people even have a tube on the roof rack.
Oh, the
and
stress.
then
No. Is it still there? Check it's still there.
So like people work around it. And then when you travel by plane as well, it's the, what you call that, the luggage that's not conform to the right size. There's a word, oversized luggage and all that. So that's why as well we're happy we could drive, because otherwise you kind of get stressed.
Yeah.
Is it going to arrive in one piece?
Oh my God, the anxiety. Jesus, it's like bad enough traveling with a camera.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, it's fine in the car. Like it's, I guess if we have a Fiat Panda, that would not fit in it, or it would be tricky. Maybe through the window, I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be a death trap. So do you prefer target archery, field archery? Which is your preference?
I've never done target archery except in the hall, actually. I did it in Harbour House a couple of times. I like both. I wouldn't be like for example, at Yukifac, there was a few people who might say, oh, I much prefer shooting 3Ds.
Yeah.
And to me, it makes a difference at the moment anyways. I enjoy both. I don't have a problem with paper faces. That makes sense.
Yeah, neither do I, actually.
And maybe it's because we shoot the paper faces in the hall, but yeah. No,
so you don't have a particular preference or anything? Not
really, no. I find even the faces, to me, make more sense than the 3Ds, because it's a target with a center, which is always in the middle, whereas the 3Ds, it's like, why is the kill there? Yeah. Or you shoot the animal in the head, in the eye, and like, it would be dead. Yeah. But it's not a kill.
Yeah. No, it's, I don't know, there's something, I do 3D, but at the same time, I'm like, I know it's only made out of plastic, but I'm so sorry. And before you shoot, do you have any warm-up routine or anything like that?
No, I'm pretty bad because I don't like losing my arrows, and because I'm not that great a shot, I'm always reluctant to do the warm-ups, and before I shoot, there would be places where people can practice. So I don't do it, and I'm self-conscious as well. I'm like, I don't want to be making a fool of myself in front of everybody, losing arrows at the warm-up shots. No. So I don't, and yeah, I just...
You don't do any stretches or anything like that?
No, I probably should, but I don't really know.
And then when you're like in high pressure kind of situations, what do you do to stay focused and to get through those?
Like in archery or in general?
No, in archery.
Okay, I don't think I've been in a high pressure situation in archery.
Do you just take it as it comes? You're just gonna...
Yeah. That's why. And look, for me, and I'm talking about myself, I know it's not the same for everyone. I'm like, this is the weekend. I want this to be an enjoyable time. I don't want to get stressed out.
Yeah.
And I want to have fun. Yeah. And I don't want to put myself under pressure. Obviously, if I have a good day, I'm going to be happy. And if I have a bad day, I'm going to be a bit grumpy like everybody else. But I don't want to put myself under pressure. I want... for me, it should be relaxing. So I don't think I've been under, like I would have had a few days where, remember I was saying I shoot left all the time, and where I would shoot so badly and lose arrows, but then what I do is that if I lose more, I think the most I've lost is 4 arrows. I'll just stop shooting. I'm like, it's not worth it. There's something wrong today. It's not hard working, and then I just... Yeah.
But that's the thing. I think once it stops being, like you said, something you want to go to and everything, then it's time to be okay. If it starts turning into a chore or something stressful, it's not the right thing. And so you train usually once a week, isn't it?
Yeah, usually I go to the club on Saturdays, and we have a backstop at home as well. So if I didn't used to do that, but now if, say, I don't get to go on a Saturday and I know to shoot on a Sunday, I'll try to do a few arrows even if it's just 20 minutes the day before, and I find it makes a difference.
Yeah.
It's just, I find it so bizarre. Like there's so many little things that you need to remember in your shoot cycle.
Yeah.
And if you don't, for me, if I don't do it the day before, like I forget. And then it could take me a few targets before I'm like, oh, I know now why they're always going this way. Is because I forgot this.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's, I don't know, is it an age thing maybe? Because the kids are never like that. They just go with it.
Yeah, I don't know, like whether it's just the way they shoot that it's just a bit more, their form is a bit more relaxed or something. But like yesterday when I went and I shot and I was shooting atrociously, and Owen was, what about your anchor point? And I was like, yeah, no, completely forgot that I'm supposed to be doing this. I'm supposed to have a touch of my nose and my lips on my chin, or my nose and my chin. And I was like, oh my God, I completely forgot. You know what I mean? But like, we do it all the time. How are we forget? Like, we'll blame age. Yeah. And speaking of anchor points, what's your anchor point routine? What way is your anchor point? And do you do the face stroking afterwards? Because I hate the face stroke.
What's the face stroke?
When you release and you...
No, I touch my shoulder. Do you? So, no, because I can see my hand. So it's my middle finger, touch the corner of my mouth, and then I touched my shoulder, because if I don't do it, sometimes I actually see my hand going with the arrow, and then I know it's just, and the arrow just nearly flops. It's okay.
You're trying to grab it back.
Yeah, I do the shoot, so my mouth and then my shoulder. Yeah, that seems to do the trick.
Fair enough, and that's what you're comfortable with, so it works for you.
Yeah.
And what's one piece of gear, and archery gear, not drugs, that you can't live without?
That I would what?
That you can't live without? Obviously the bow, the arrows, but other than that,
my glove. I used to hit my arm a lot, and I had again, me not wanting to buy new stuff. I had a really crappy arm guard, like the ones we have in the club.
I like mine. Which one? The
ones with the clips. Yeah. And my string kept on getting caught, and there was one of the buckles was broken as well, and all that. So eventually, Owen got me actually a leather one, which was great. But around the same time, I improved my form, like massively, and then I don't really need it as much. So I'm happy enough shooting without an arm guard, unless I have because something, or if you have a winter coat, you can be tight. But the glove, and I will touch wood now, I will be really sad the day that my glove stops working, or if I lose it, because it's leather and it's perfect, it fits my fingers perfectly in the string, and I'm dreading having to get a new glove that's softened again. Yeah. But yeah, that's my glove.
So your glove, does it have a name?
No, it's actually Daniel's glove, but now it's mine.
So the most memorable competition or shoot that you ever have attended?
I would say it sounds like it's like Yuki Fak here this last weekend was one of my best weekends. Like the weather was just so perfect, the group I was with so nice, and I don't know, everything fell into place. I didn't shoot great, but like I only lost one arrow. I really didn't expect to come home with 11 arrows. I know one is broken, but I didn't lose it, so that's fine. And yeah, it was everybody. No, not everybody had a great weekend, and that's fine. But for me, we were with friends as well and all that. So it was, a really nice weekend. Nice. And I have to say it. I was saying, Laura pushed me to shoot the long distance, and I got a target at 55 yards. Ooh. So I was in shock. I was the only one of the four of us who got it. So I was like, yes. But that was the only time of the 2 days. I was very happy with that.
That's fab, though.
Yeah, but there was no trees, no canopy as well. That particular location, so it was easy to aim at the sky, like in the blue. Is
that where you took that photo of the two arrows up in the tree?
That's another one. That's where we couldn't get to the target because there were trees. If you have a high poundage bow, then your arrow shoots much straighter and you don't need to aim as high. But with 25 pounds, you have to aim quite high to go far. Yeah. And the arrows got stuck in the trees there.
It's a great picture, though.
Yeah.
That's a really good. That's one for the website, actually, I think.
Oh, okay, cool. We were looking for them for ages. We're looking like there's no way. Like we knew the line was good and all that, and the course was very well cleared. So we're like, they have to be. And Laura has pink ones. Mine are yellow and light blue, which in hindsight can be camouflage. I thought it would stand out, but it doesn't really. And we're like, where are they? And then I was walking back and I looked up and I saw the two of them nearly side by side in the tree. Oh, come on. They were on very thin branches as well, like not on a big trunk.
Yeah.
But we got these back. So
did you?
Yeah. I told one of the marshals, I said, look, is there any chance you have anything that tall that you can, because they were in that, you could see the point, so they were in that deep. So maybe if you go with a big stick or something, you can make them fall off. So he got them back for us.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It was such a funny picture though. So what has archery taught you about patience, if anything? Has it changed your mindset overall or in general?
I guess it makes me work on my patience. Like I would shoot fairly fast, and it makes me push through the bad days. It's like, okay, you know what, you might have a bad day, but it's fine. It doesn't mean that next week it's going to be bad again. I accept it more. Like it's not a linear progression. There's going to be days that are less good than others, and you have to accept that. You think as a sport, and maybe because I'm not a big sports person, you expect it's going to be a linear progression, that you're going to get better and better, but actually no, there'll be the days when you forgot your anchor point, you forgot your follow through, or there might be something wrong with the equipment and you don't know for ages, and then you realize like there's some, but it's part of what makes it interesting.
I only discovered last night that one of my knot points was cracked.
Oh yeah.
But for months I've been shooting and it kept falling off the string, and I kept going, what is going on with it? And then last night I was like, I give up on it. Yeah. And then I was just like, I have to not use number 2 anymore, because I have the first 3 of them numbered.
Yeah.
And Owen was like, there's a big crack in that, and I was just like, oh, hello. Yeah. I'm so unobservant.
Yeah, no, and that's it. And that's something that like I'm guilty of it too, but not really inspecting the equipment. Take it for granted, it's fine. And then that's how you could dry fire a bow if the nock is cracked and breaks, or and you don't want to do that. It's not fun. I have done it.
Not looking forward to that.
Not day. On purpose. But so it's something. I think we all get a bit complacent. I think everybody does it, and then until like you have a mishap or a near miss or something, and you're like, okay, I need to check my nocks, I need to check my string. Equipment, the string.
And has archery changed how you relate to nature?
I'm always like I would be always very interested in biodiversity and all that. So I guess I spend more time. Like it's a nice way to spend time in nature. But I would have gone for walks in the woods before that and so on. But yes, one of the things for me is that leave no trace. And I see that actually in a lot of the courses, people are much more like when you have what's it called, the muster talk before we go into the woods. Most clubs now would say, okay, bring all your litter back, make sure you leave no trace. And I think that's really good to see that more and more. Can't speak now. More and more around the place. It's not proper English. But so
I think you said it perfectly well. So I don't know what that says about me then. If you think it's not proper English, but anyway.
So I think that's I don't think it's changed my connection with nature, because I would it's already a big thing for me. But I think it's great, for example, for families. It's a great way of spending a Saturday or a Sunday in the woods, instead of you might just go for half an hour with the dog. Well, you actually spend a full day out in the woods. It's actually, it's quite a long period of time, like compared to going just for a walk.
Yeah, a cheesy question, but if you could give one piece of advice to your beginner self, what would it be?
It's a good question, though.
Just one piece of advice.
One piece of advice. There's 2 things I would say.
I will let you away with 2 then.
Lower your poundage. Okay. So I start with low poundage for sure, because I went backwards, and I think I really got to work properly on my form when I was comfortable with the bow. And the other one would be practice more, because like I was saying to you, I felt really bad about losing my arrows in the woods, but if I had practiced more, I wouldn't have lost them. So there's nothing wrong with people shooting carbon arrows, but me shooting them and not having practiced, I was losing them. I was much more likely to lose them. So practice more. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I would have lost less arrows.
Not lost your sanity. And in one word, what does archery mean to you?
It's a hard question. One word. Okay, I'll just have to say family for me, because it's a big part. It's happening a lot in our family. So yeah, family.
Excellent. No, it's definitely one of the very few sports or endeavors that you can do, endeavors, as he says, that you can do as a family, which is it's wonderful, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's how we got started. It was for Owen, I think, always had an interest. I think his dad was talking about doing archery,
really,
and didn't get around to do it. And the way when you grow up, I'm drawn to things that maybe my parents might have said, "Oh, I would have loved to do this or that." So I think that was something like that for him. And then he started with Daniel, because Daniel wasn't really into soccer and GA and so on. And then the rest of the family started doing archery. And I think, there's not many sports where you can actually practice it with your child, and both enjoy it. Very often you end up watching them, or so I think that's for me, that's a big thing about archery and field archery. I know it's not strictly the same with Archery Ireland, because it's more competitive, but that the fact that you can do it with your family, it's a big thing. Yeah. I just want to say that I don't have a problem with people shooting in the woods. Because actually, you know what, to be fair, I think that it actually, you can use that. It actually
I'm going to use it all.
It improves people's connection with nature.
It does, yeah.
And I think if they feel more connected with it, they will be more inclined into doing their bit, their environment, biodiversity, and so on.
Yeah.
So you can use that bit.
I'm using it all, Michelle. I'm using it all. So
yeah, cool.
Would you like to do your closing statement?
Yeah, thank you, Robbie, for having me on. It was a very enjoyable experience. Oh no, I'm talking to my mic. I was talking to the laptop. No, well, thank you, and thanks for the cappuccino and the biscuits. Very
it's
nice.
Acceptable, was it?
I had heard about it when I was listening on the podcast, and I was really looking forward to my cappuccino and my biscuits. So probably say after, or when you have it done, I'd be like, oh, I should have said this, or I shouldn't have said that. But look, it's fine.
So now that I have finished bullying Michelle, I'm going to thank you all for listening as usual, and until next week, staying by the wall and mind the arrows. I always forget to do an outro, and then you hear me doing it in a weird voice.